Hello, everyone. Dream Warriors 93 here. We're taking breaks. We're taking breaks between episodes. We're going to get into that, but we're here to talk about the fall, the absolute destruction of these institutions that we hold dear. So, all of my subscribers, anyone that is sticking with me, and we're going through this transition right now between Dream Warriors becoming more regular, me kickstarting all my YouTube and Twitch efforts, and really developing Dream Warriors into a probably, like, I'm hoping, like, the best entertainment pop culture commentary in the game. If you're with me, if you're sticking, to me, not if you're sticking to me. Sorry, I was last time I was eating Ben and Jerry's sticky bun ice cream, and oh my god, it's maybe like my third or fourth favorite Ben and Jerry's. We still can't beat the Chubby Hubby. But look, if you're with me through the this course, this building, these transitions, I thank you. But the institutions that make this content that we all are attached to, and in so many words, love. They're completely under siege. They're eroding. They're not going to be around for much longer, and that's what we're going to discuss. And this whole thing with James Gunn is, geez, it's now becoming the centerpiece of that destruction. So, bear with me, Dream Warriors 93. Let's hit that music for a little bit, and we'll be right back. That was one of my longer intros, but it's upsetting. The everything with James Gunn, I really had to let that news sit and boil for a little bit. Boil on low heat. They might call that simmering. Yeah. So for anyone that is just coming in. Here's a little bit of what happened. So we gotta take this back a little bit. So James Gunn, and before any of this, I love following him on Instagram. Around the time of Guardians, between Guardians like 1 and 2, his IG account was really cool. Nothing but writing, doing stuff with the movies and babes. Like lots of girls. That's something that's completely forgotten or waxed over. And then through the course of the election, the 2018 election, his entire it seemed like both accounts just became anti-Trump, just attacking not only Trump but Trump supporters. And these are one of the dividing lines now that define our times, more so than anything that we've seen. Like is it 60s level? Yeah. Is it Civil War level? No. But there is a line, and there's a division, and like we're all caught up in it. There's again the vocal minority that have something to say. They have a voice on both sides, and like everyone's kind of frustrated. And look, these celebrities, these people in these positions, not drinking coffee. I'm drinking Onward now, whatever your work may be, by the Baileys. You can get it on onwardlabs.com. It's one of my favorite interim drinks throughout the day. But look, getting back to it. Look. There's so much commentary on everything that's happening today. There's entertainment things and pop culture things I want to talk to that I'd rather discuss. But during the discourse that I was following James Gunn's career and the development of Guardians 2, I really grew to like him, like, to be familiar with him through the account. I thought what he was doing as a filmmaker was also like a template for younger filmmakers that break through. He brought you into the process, not the entire process. You can't do that when you have tentpole movies, but he brought you closer. So through the course of this, everything goes anti-Trump, and he starts, he giddy ups, gets on that high horse, and starts preaching. And that's when I saw a few, impulsively wanted to comment and correct, because there's like there's a few fractions out there. There's anti-Trump. There's never Trumpers. There's the majority, which is like the Republican majority. There's the Democrats. Okay, and then there's the fever. Like they're just about lunatics. And the lunatics have for lack of a better term, they've taken over the conversation, where everything Trump does is pure hysteria. And I'm not saying he doesn't do things to earn this. He definitely does. Confuses me even at times. But there's very little when it comes through the media and this commentary, which now the celebrities are pundits, to let the guy do his job. Now, James Gunn would not be able to make his movies if he had running criticism the way how he has a running criticism of Trump. You would not be able to develop Guardians 2 or Guardians 3. With that being said, I just unfollowed him. Because it's not even if I agree with it or not. It's just negative. And, like jumping on someone's, jumping into their boat because you think they're sailing in the same direction as you, is equally bad. Agreeing with someone just because you don't have any other nuance in your opinion is bad, because within the structure and the layers of human nature, our psychological cultural makeup. Here's the thing. You don't always agree with someone through and through. You don't. It's not in nature. Hypocrisy is embedded in us. So even if someone doesn't like Trump, you will not agree with everything that person stands for. But it seems like the far left fever has even stemmed into the Republican side. Now, this is going to fare very poorly in 2020, and it's going to fare poorly within the midterms. Prediction here. Because I really feel like the Trump will get more of the vote because he is persecuted. And again, this has nothing to do if you agree with him or not. This is just me reading the flow, the psychology, and maybe understanding a little bit more of how the left and the right operate more than others. So James Gunn, huge anti-Trump. You can kind of comment about movies. Period. I want to know more about your opinions on movies, James Gunn, or comic books, or like anything. I don't trust political opinion from people who I don't view as thought leaders, okay, or thinkers, I'll say. Now, are thinkers politicians? No. The people who influence political thought, we'll just take a step back here. Like, we'll just talk about like Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin is not a politician for a reason. Ben Franklin is a thinker. He influenced both sides during the course of the revolution and the 8 years during it, and I think another 7 years prior. So 15 years. All right. He's not a politician. He never pursued office for these reasons. Celebrities are not thinkers. Few of them offer nuance, left or right or middle. Hollywood is a bubble. It's self-contained, and it's people with massive influence that feel like they are in position to preach to you. And look, for lack of a better term, to control your thoughts. They don't like you if you think a certain way, which is very ironic because most of the best that Hollywood ever has to offer leans conservative, huge majority. And look, you can go in and be like, well, like what's the, is Star Wars social justice? Like is Star Wars socialism? No. Star Wars is a statement against totalitarianism and socialism and communism. It is a statement for freedom of speech. It's a statement for freedom and thought. It's a statement for self-reliance. So we can go through every single movie. Okay, Jaws is self-reliance. If you want to talk about blockbusters, come at me, bro. We'll talk about this all day. So I unfollowed James Gunn, and then maybe like a couple months go by, and I get this wave. I spot this wave on social media. I text John, who's appeared on Dream Warriors. I think Dunkirk was his latest appearance. Shout out to John, newly married. John also newly married. He did a little bit of a cool move. He got married at the Revolution Center here in Philadelphia. Really good wedding, fun wedding. One of the only weddings that had good red meat. If you guys wanted to know, but yeah, so I text John and I'm like, Gunn is so out. Yeah, like he came hard against Trump and he's really out. And John just, John doesn't know social media from a phone booth. He doesn't manage it or control it or probably care about it. And he writes back, he's like, everyone in Hollywood is against Trump. What's the big deal? And I'm like, no. They, and I use they, meaning, the counter-strike. They mined his Twitter. He's gone. That was kind of me, indicating that what they found was just irrefutable. And it happened not even a full day later. At that point, everything was coming down to the San Diego Comic-Con. James Gunn had an appearance on that Saturday to talk about Guardians 3 and a secret project, a upcoming project. Now, keep in mind, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie became the crown jewel of the Marvel Cinematic Universe because it was truly unexpected and beloved. I would say it's a similar effect on Iron Man. How it just the first two Iron Men just embedded Tony Stark into the MCU on a epic, huge level. Guardians is in position to do that post Avengers 4. So James Gunn is lined up with Kevin Feige, He's a guy that runs the Marvel Cinematic Universe for Disney. Feige mentioned more than one time that there's a throne for in so many words for James Gunn to enter into, to sit down on. He would inherit the MCU, billions and billions of dollars worth of characters and IP within the last 10 years. But this they would let him take the lead. So the panel doesn't happen. James Gunn isn't there, and James Gunn is out that quickly. Now, these tweets, we can discuss these tweets, but not really. They're all pedophile jokes, rape jokes, AIDS jokes, or whatever. If you hang out with me on a Friday or Saturday night, you get the same jokes. Now, a lot of people have come to James Gunn's defense with this, and that's the more that's more of the issue right now than anything. Look, Guardians of the Galaxy is run by Marvel. Marvel used to be one of the biggest, the coolest, the best independent entertainment companies in the history of the world. A few years ago, they got bought out by Disney. Billions and billions of dollars trade hands, and Marvel becomes a part of Disney. Disney, at that point, had Marvel, Star Wars, and they recently now just bought Fox. Talk about debt. Huge debt. But without that being said, when you get on your high horse and you want to preach down to people, you have to make sure you're everything you have is in check. If you're going to take this position, I don't know why people tweet at all anymore. I don't know why every celebrity, anyone in public office, doesn't delete their Twitter right now. Is that another discussion? Is that a thought? Yeah. Should that be done? Yes. Do people everywhere use Twitter to grow an audience and to virtue signal and to find a wave to tap into, to mostly sell product or services? Yes, that's what Twitter is all about. Why do politicians and thought leaders use Twitter? Well, they have a brand themselves, and they seek attention. And then we have the other 90-something% of people who just want to scream and cause chaos. So those are a bunch of our users and influencers that occupy Twitter. So James Gunn never went back and deleted tweets. And he very well should have, because he would be fine. Now, the reason why we talk about Trump and James Gunn is that Mike Cernovich, he's a highly conservative journalist, insanely intelligent individual. He's broke more than one stories. I think he something happened where he just got annoyed and perturbed at James Gunn and mined his tweets, developed a screenshot of all his weirdo ones. And look, James Gunn used to work for Troma Pictures. He came up through Troma, okay? The guys that brought you Tromeo and Juliet and Toxic Avenger and Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD. So that's look, Poultrygeist, where a guy shits out an egg with a demon chicken in it. This is where James Gunn came from. The tweets are from 2011. He should have known better. I'm not even saying and joking and trying to build an audience. I get it. Joking aside. Does it indicate something else potentially? Yes. Does it? Did he go back and forth with a recently arrested pedophile? Yes. Do those tweets look good even in that context? No. So, Mike Cernovich, takes down James Gunn swiftly, because Serenovich understands the mindset of the fever left, and they will eat themselves, and they don't stand by their own, and they do not understand hypocrisy. They're removed from the baseline of and the fundamentals of human nature. So, Mike Serenovich takes out James Gunn. Getting back to Disney, you sell popsicles to kids. Everything you do is designed around appealing to children. Mostly. Right? There's some here and there. There is no way you can employ this guy. It's an easy call. Boom, you're out. No big deal. Sorry. There's other filmmakers. Guardians of the Galaxy will survive. It will continue. And then we have, I can go through all of them just because I do not have the energy to go through all of them. But then Dave Bautista, who, in our Dream Warriors reviewed episode, he was in Bushwick. Find that episode, listen to it, watch it on Netflix. Dave Bautista has grown into his own second greatest wrestler actor next to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He's grown on me. I like seeing Bautista in things. I think his presence alone just, I don't know, makes me smile. Because he's just like a monster. Just a giant human being. Bautista comes to his defense. Jim Starlin, the guy that created Thanos, comes to his defense. And then we this is the real disturbing part. See, we see this turn. They call it backlash. They call it no. It's the left not understanding human nature and hypocrisy. Like they're trying to forgive this and give him a pass. They're using words like he's one of the good ones. He's not like this. We know him. You probably don't know him. Let's be honest. Now, I said earlier, James Gunn has had some pretty attractive women on his Instagram. Yes. Can that mean something? Yeah, it can not mean anything. Correct. But you're Disney. You're making $1 billion investments in some of these brands and ideas. You're spending a lot of money making these movies. There's so much at stake. This guy's got to go. Now, to come into defense of that, despite how you're logically how you're logically rationalizing it, you yourself are displaced. You're separated from all of it. Some weirdness. Do I? Do I wish that James Gunn purged his account to stay on these movies? Yeah, because I really do feel like he's done a hell of a job. Guardians Volume 2, which kind of, if you want to talk about taking out people, that's essentially what took Norm off the show, was that recording. If you want to watch someone get taken out other than Mark getting kicked out while he's drunk, watch the Pete and Norm Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 episode. But I view Guardians 2 as one of the very top. I'd put that above Guardians for the best Marvel movies. Did I want him to take the helm, control the tone post Avengers 4? Was I insanely curious about Guardians 3? Did I have anticipation to see what came about? Yes. Will it go on? Certain, like, not a problem. It won't go on. Life finds a way. Now, what would it have said if James Gunn like deleted these tweets? Well, it just would have said that he understands. He understands the side that he's coming from. You know, he understands the positioning, the mindset. It's so again, it's contradictory. It's you can define it in so many different ways. How about interesting? It's interesting he can make a movie that appeals to so many people, not understand who he's vocalizing his opinions against, and not expect retaliation. That's a bubble. That's such an interesting psychological break. Like, how do you not see that? Will James Gunn rise again? Yes. Will it ever be? Yeah, I got stopped there. Okay, but James Gunn will not ever reach the heights, I believe. You know, Dream Warrior's prediction, he will never reach the heights of Guardians of the Galaxy. He won't. They're aggressively trying to really unveil the true issues with pedophilia within Hollywood. And look, I'll be honest with you, it's getting harder and harder for me to talk about movies, period, because I don't like the people in them. I cannot stomach it. It hurts. Because I'm a principled person. I draw lines and I stick to them. This is why I don't like LeBron James, because LeBron James does the same thing that James Gunn just got caught doing. And LeBron James gets a pass because, he's African American, comes from a poor neighborhood. So why wouldn't he support Black Lives Matter? Well, you can also support Black empowerment. You can give people skills to really come up. You cannot give them. Well, how about not giving them more of a reason to dig themselves into a trench? These are just some of my baseline opinions on LeBron James, but James Gunn. The potential of these tweets becoming somewhat being true echoes a pattern we've seen in Bryan Singer, who for some ungodly reason continues to make movies. Kevin Spacey, who I don't even know like how his movies don't just get burned. It's similar. Bryan Singer and the way Harvey Weinstein operated, so similar. Bryan Singer is essentially a child version, a child rape version of Bill Cosby, and he's got that Queen movie coming out. So what? Getting back to the opening comments, what does this mean for Hollywood moving forward? It means utter destruction. It is when Oprah did her little thing, I said then, catch it on Dream Warriors. I should have episode stamps, but I don't know what episodes I'm going to reference from time to time. This is a break in the disruption of the development process, and very much like a sports locker room, you don't want to mess with that side of the business and that chemistry. Like, we should not know what happens in a NFL locker room. We should not know about discussions about who plays and why, or if guys are injured or not, or even if guys are doping. We should not know that. That's a part of the makeup that makes football great. Okay, we shouldn't even be discussing concussions. So we see it chipping away at the institution of the NFL. The NFL I grew up with, that I completely went mad for and really fell in love with. It does not exist right now. It died last year. And henceforth, I'm completely uninterested in upcoming years. I'm just not. Hollywood is now that. The comic book industry is now that. The Star Wars side of entertainment and geekdom is now that. This is complete annihilation. James Gunn is. We've had signals and warnings leading up to this, but James Gunn is a sign of the apocalypse. He is one of the horsemen, so to speak. It's only going to get worse. Now, just the strict irony that no one else is purging their accounts. I don't understand this. Hollywood cannot continue to only hire their own. Their own will eat themselves. These people are, Trevor Noah now is being protested. There's no champion when it comes to the left, the version of the left that we're dealing with. It's a policy less left. There's no policy that these people are pushing. It's not a political party without politics. Is there such a thing as a party of opposition? Yes. Is there? But parties of opposition actually have declarations and constitutions, and these great documents that define what they want. The reason why you document it is to get more people on your side. That's why you're vocal about it. Those were the Federalists. That's why the whole intention those were to get more people on your side against England within the colonies. But look, so where does this lead Dream Warriors? Like my efforts? I just know Mission Impossible 6 is coming out tomorrow. Mark and I are seeing it nearly at midnight. And we're doing Mission Impossible stuff, and I am amped. But moving forward, it does make me question. Should Dream Warriors be? Should I just strictly talk about older movies? And maybe there's only so much of that can go around. Meaning, that it would cap Dream Warriors. It can only get so popular. So, does this mean maybe I power through? I've always wanted to hit episode 100. I get through episode 100 and call it a day and start a new podcast that's really about me, more about me, less about movies and stuff. But I mean, it's always going to be incorporated, but just kind of go through that. I don't know. When I set out for Dream Warriors, it was to really kind of be on top of these things and have a level of conversation not found anywhere else. I don't even like discussing it so much anymore because of what's been uncovered. Now, I've said before, some of the Harvey Weinstein things, there's these ideas and thoughts that you have growing up where you kind of notice how actresses just disappear, or I use the P.S. I love you scenario where everyone in that movie should just continue to, because everyone's so fantastic, the girls in that, or it's like with Lisa Kudrow and Hilary Swank, but everyone in that should just be continue to make movies forever because you just see the talent. And then they disappear, and you kind of even I remember even watching that for the first time saying my God, man, Hollywood's a weird place. But to see the reality of it and to know all right, it's not just Harvey Weinstein, right? Everyone's acting the same way he's acting. Same as football. Everyone's hiding concussions. Everyone's doping. The NBA is perfectly fine with with referees being corrupt. And you always know it's it's bad when they just tell you it's one guy. It's always bad. So it's not just Harvey Weinstein. It's not just James Gunn. You know, we're talking about a entire culture here, a culture of industry. You know, an industry that makes more money than most nations that these people are a part of. They wield incredible influence, and none of these a-holes can be positive at all. And it's really hard for me to like move forward. I mean, look, I missed Ant-Man and the Wasp. I kind of don't care. I missed Skyscraper. Kind of like I'm kind of out of that. Even though like Skyscraper is definitely my type of movie, movie that I just want to love that movie. I'll catch it eventually. Yeah, am I fine not seeing Avengers 4? Yeah. Am I curious? Not really. I'm kind of happy Avengers 3. You know, the Infinity War just being the end of the MCU. Fine. There's a couple characters we don't find out the fate of. Fine. Thanos wins. We're over. I'm fine with that. So, I don't know. There's BS things to discuss, like the Aquaman and the Shazam trailer. The future bomb of Battle Angel Attila. That movie's going to, oh my god, that movie's going to be such a disaster. I can't wait. Looks good though. But look, everyone, sorry for being humdrum, right? But these are concerns, and it's a pattern, and it's there. Everyone, have a just have a good day, have a good night. Dallas and I we're with you. Don't forget to let's do one plug. Go out there on the IG thing. Type in Diamond Dallas Cat and follow that little bugger. We're trying to get him a sponsorship. I'm sick of paying for cat litter. All right. Have a good day. Good night, everyone. I'll catch you later.